Good evening. Tonight we will be setting up the Steam Deck. I was right in my face, boom, right there. So this is the big boy. I'm taking my glasses off because the glare is annoying. This is the big boy. 512 gig. Pretty expensive. Not a cheap thing. The reason why I got this though is so I can have a handheld, portable computer, basically. See the big one right there in the middle, Halo. I want to be able to play that handheld. That would be awesome to not be attached to my computer, bring in my Logitech and all that. If I could just take this thing with me, that would be fantastic. So Halo's really the big one. Grand Theft Auto is another one. But there's a lot of things you can really do with the Steam Deck, which is why I got this bad boy. So we're going to go through that. We're going to talk about setting it up and how to do all the cool things, because right out the box, it doesn't do cool things. You kind of have to be a hacker a little bit. So for instance, the Master Chief Collection, Halo, does not work. If I click on the button, it's going to mess up. It crashes. And that's simply because the operating system that the Steam Deck runs off of is not compatible with the game. It was originally meant to be Windows. So we're going to go through all those little processes. The first one is updates. Got to update the OS. I haven't touched this in about 2 weeks. I got this 2 weeks ago, and I very quickly went through it. So we're going to make sure everything is up to date since it has been 2 weeks. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first part is updating the system. So I push the Steam button here. Okay, it brings me to settings. Hit A. Okay, system. Go down to system. It's actually touchscreen. I don't like touching the screen now because it's gonna get greasy. But anyway, here it says check for updates, so I'm gonna hit the screen there. Let it check. It says can't update. Why? Probably because there's no Wi-Fi. Let's fix the Wi-Fi. So offline. Yeah, we're not. No, we don't want to do that. So we want to connect to a network. Let me connect to my network. I have to, hold on, let me pause. Well, I don't know if I have to pause. Yeah. I don't want you to see my password, so I am going to pause. Okay. Now, once you've successfully entered your password, connection is successful, hit connect. Continue. I'm going to hit B to back. I was just trying to hold this out where there's no glare. Okay. I'll go back up to system. Check for updates. And there are updates, so we're gonna hit apply. And I'm not gonna record the loading, so I'm gonna let that go. And then when it's done, I'll come back. All right, so up to date. Last checked a minute ago. Good to go, right? All right, so the next thing I want to mess with is over here. There's a little 3 button. Hit that. That pulls up the quick access menu. So you can see performance overlay level. That's off. No, we want that. One is pretty good. Okay. Now it says basic view. It said advanced view before. I clicked on that to make it more advanced. Right. So you can see over here. Frame rate limit, I don't really want to limit, so I'm going to put off. Refresh rate, I'm going to leave that alone. I don't know if I want the scaling filter. I think I'm going to leave all these pretty much alone. Yeah, I just wanted to mess with that first, so performance level for sure, want to keep that. Okay. So now if I hit back, let's make sure that's saved because I don't know if that auto saves. Yeah, it saves. So there you go. Our performance overlay level is 1, and that's fine. I just don't want it off. And I might change this later as I'm playing different games, what I want. But for now, it's pretty good. Yeah, everything's good. So I'm gonna stop, and we'll do each part because it's easier to do it with 2 hands and then show you. Okay, so I started playing with this bad boy, and I realize now what we're actually dealing with. So the performance overlay level is actually going to put over here on your screen while you're playing, which is not showing right now because I'm not playing a game, what your refresh rate and everything is, your actual info. So I am actually going to turn that off because it is kind of annoying for me. I'm not like a super, graphic nerd guy. I just want the best possible settings for playing most of my games. Oop. Didn't want to do that. Okay, so gotta use my actual thing over here. Okay. Now, from doing that, I've learned some stuff. Okay. Refresh rate and frame rate limit. You actually do want to set these because, so for instance, I play a lot of different games. I'll play like old school games like TIE Fighter, and then I'll play new games, relatively newer games like Halo. And at Halo, I was not pushing anywhere near my refresh rate. So I'm actually going to bring this all the way down to 40 because that's more than enough to accomplish the goal. And then if I put the frame limit here at 40, and I was actually doing reading, most of games that are running off the Steam Deck, 40 refresh rate is perfect for them. If you're playing a game that has like insane graphics, like when I start emulating PS5 games, which you can do on the deck, and I will show you how to do that eventually, not today, you might want to adjust this. But for now, most of the games I'm going to be playing and everything I'm dealing with, this is going to be fine. And like I said, I learned from actually messing with what this performance overlay level was showing me. So if you want to see how it's running, go ahead and do the performance overlay of 1. It'll give you the info, and then that's when you'll realize, oh, Mr. Hernandez was right. Set the frame rate limit to 40 and refresh to 40, and you're good to go. All right, so now I'm going to get into how I actually got things running and rolling by going into desktop mode. Okay, so well, let me get out of this so I can show you from the get-go. Here you are, you're going to come over here, you're going to push the Steam button. You're going to go down to power. And then we're going to go down and switch to desktop mode. And boom, now it's switching over to desktop. Okay. So, is it still? Yeah, it's touchscreen. So the desktop mode is touchscreen. Okay. So what you want to do is, where's the thing? These are your quick settings, which we don't really want right now. Okay, well, we'll do it this way. So if I search my keyboard's not coming up, which is interesting. I might need 2 hands to accomplish this goal. Let me see if I can do this. Doing it with 1 hand, buddy. There it is. This is a keyboard. Okay, so we want Proton. And it's QT. Enter. use the actual trigger. Which I don't see. So we gotta go. Okay. Desktop mode is not like super intuitive, so it might require some messing around with stuff. Okay, discover. Now, so what I'm pushing is Steam on this finger. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it came out good. So this is a Linux situation, and I haven't used Linux since college, which was 20 years ago. So this is old school, but Linux is awesome, and I wish more things ran on Linux. I don't really like Windows, but because I don't use Linux as often, what is happening? Why am I typing silly? Pro. It's like not. Oh, I'm not actually on a thing. There we go. Pro. Yeah, why does it keep jumping? Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't want the Proton G community build. I want Proton -QT. Enter. So here's the deal, right? I'm an old school guy, so I already know how these things kind of work. Proton is the program basically that enables us to get Windows games compatible on I guess I got big fingers. There we go. And it is kind of annoying holding the camera and doing this was the annoying part. So Steam button X pulls up the keyboard. And I saw Proton. I don't know if it's got Proton QT though. So I'm just gonna wait for it to do its thing. There it is. I see Proton community build, Proton GE. There it is. See Proton up. I forgot the up. Proton up QT. That's actually what we want. And I'm going to come over here and click the install button in the top right. My big fingers aren't doing it. All right, there we go. It's going pretty quickly. I'm going to let it go because it's. Let's see. Actually, that's not a go. So I'm going to let it go, and then once it's installed, I'll start the video again. Okay. So, as you can see, I've launched it. It's downloaded. I hit launch. And then down here at the bottom, it says installed compatibility tools. There are none. So I'm going to add a version. Okay. Version. We do want Proton GE. And the most no, I want the most recent. That was there you go, 37. Big fingers. There we go, 37. This is the most recent version. So here's the deal, right? It's a Linux-based operating system, and things like Halo are Windows-based programs. That's why it runs on my computer, because it's Windows-based and it's not running on my Steam Deck, which is Linux-based. But the cool part about the Steam Deck is it allows you to do these things, because I could wait for Steam to make Halo compatible, or I just make it compatible myself. This is, learning how to do these things. So it says active downloads 1. There it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for it. There it goes down here at the bottom. When it's downloading, we'll continue to the next part. Okay, so now that I've installed Proton GE, we come over here, we click on this bad boy, we go to properties. Okay, we want to go to compatibility. Okay, force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility. Cool. Make sure you click on yes. That's checked. It'll do Proton experimental. Okay, which I put as a GE 37. That's the one we downloaded. And we're gonna hit select. Okay, wait, back. So it's set, and I hit play on Halo, play Master Chief Collection, and it's gonna start the launch. Let's wait for that. Waiting. Waiting. And looking good. There it is. So now enter, let's make sure the game actually works. And survey says campaigns, reach, resume. It's not crashing. Usually it would crash before I even get to the screen. We want to make sure it actually loads and I can move around. The survey says looking good. I can move. Yep, I can walk. So you can see. Yeah, I can move around. The game is working. We're running on Steam, and that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Set it up so you can run your Steam Deck anywhere. Next time, we'll talk about the emulations and all the other crazy things. But for right now, I'm going to enjoy playing some Halo on my Steam Deck. Catch you later.